It begins, as it ends, on a quiet country road in England. A man, no longer young, adjusts his goggles, a familiar ritual before embracing the thrill of speed. For a fleeting moment, he is just a man on a motorcycle. Then, in a sudden, violent instant, the machine falters, and the life of Thomas Edward Lawrence comes to a screeching halt. But as the engine falls silent, the echoes of his past begin to roar. To understand the man, we must journey back to a time of war, to a place of endless sun. We must go to the desert. Our story finds him years earlier, a lieutenant in Cairo, a square peg in the round hole of the British Army. He is an eccentric, a scholar, an archaeologist shoehorned into a military uniform. While his colleagues complain about the heat, Lawrence is a man possessed, utterly captivated by the whispers of a brewing Arab revolt against the Ottoman Turks. He sees what his superiors do not, a chance to reshape the Middle East. An opportunity arises. Travel into the desert, locate the enigmatic Prince Faisal, and assess his rebellion. For the army, it's a reconnaissance trip. For Lawrence, it is destiny. He is to be an observer, but Lawrence has no intention of simply watching. The desert greets him with a harsh, indifferent glare. His journey to Faisal's camp is an immediate immersion into this unforgiving world. And it is here he has his first, fateful encounter. At a well, a figure emerges from the heat haze, a rider in black, moving with lethal grace. This is Sheriff Ali. The meeting is not friendly. Lawrence's guide from a rival tribe has drunk from Ali's well without permission. The price for this trespass is instant and brutal. Ali executes the man without hesitation. Lawrence is horrified, confronted by the stark, unyielding laws of the desert. Ali sees Lawrence as just another arrogant Englishman, hopelessly out of his element. He is not wrong. But in Lawrence's defiant eyes, Ali also sees a flicker of an iron will that cannot be so easily dismissed. Despite the bloody introduction, Lawrence reaches Prince Faisal's camp. He finds a leader caught between hope and despair, his revolt faltering. Lawrence urges a bold new strategy, but to achieve anything, he must first win the trust of the men by crossing the impassable Nafud Desert. Ali scoffs at the idea. The Nafud cannot be crossed. But Lawrence's conviction sways Faisal. The journey begins, a grueling test against the sun's anvil. The desert is relentless. A man named Qasim falls from his camel and is left behind. The logic of the desert is cruel. The caravan cannot risk itself for one lost man. It is written, Ali says, accepting fate. But Lawrence refuses. Nothing is written, he retorts, a declaration of defiance against both God and the desert. In an act that will become the cornerstone of his legend, Lawrence turns his camel around and rides back into the furnace alone. It is a suicidal gesture. Ali and the others watch him disappear, certain they have seen the last of him. Hours pass. Then, a speck appears on the horizon. A mirage, they think. But it resolves into two figures on a single camel. It is Lawrence, with Qasim, alive. He has defied the desert's law. In that moment, everything changes. The men, who once saw him as an outsider, now look at him with awe. Sheriff Ali, the proud warrior who scorned him, is humbled, offering Lawrence water in a profound gesture of acceptance. Later, he presents him with a gift, the pure white robes of a sheriff. As Lawrence dons the robes, he is reborn. He is El Orenz, a man who can achieve the impossible. With his newfound authority, Lawrence proposes his masterstroke, the capture of the strategic port of Aqaba. To the British and the Turks, Aqaba is impregnable. Its massive coastal guns point out to sea, daring any naval assault. But no one believes it could be attacked from the land, for that would mean crossing the Nafud. And that is precisely Lawrence's plan. He gathers a small 50-man army, joined by the fierce warrior Auda Abu Tayi. Together, they embark on a desperate, lightning-fast ride across the wilderness. They emerge from the desert like ghosts, taking the Turkish garrison completely by surprise. The charge on Aqaba is a whirlwind of chaos and courage. The great guns, pointing impotently towards the sea, are silent witnesses to their own folly. The victory is swift, total, and utterly astonishing. The fall of Aqaba makes Lawrence a hero. His feat is chronicled by American journalist Lowell Thomas, whose photographs transform El Orense into a global sensation. The myth of Lawrence of Arabia is born. Emboldened, Lawrence launches a relentless guerrilla campaign against the Hejaz Railway, the vital artery supplying the Turkish army. With Sharif Ali and his loyal followers, including 2 young orphans, Daud and Faraj, he becomes a phantom of the desert. They strike and vanish, blowing up tracks and ambushing trains. These are heady days of camaraderie and victory. The bond between Lawrence and Ali deepens into a brotherhood forged in fire and sand. Lawrence seems to be living a dream, but he is walking a tightrope, and the fall will be a long one. His confidence bordering on arrogance, Lawrence decides to scout the Turkish-held city of Daraa. Disguised as an Arab, he walks the streets, but his fair skin and blue eyes betray him. He is captured and dragged before the local bey. The encounter that follows is a descent into nightmare. The bey, a cruel and sadistic man, does not recognize him. He sees only a defiant Arab and decides to break him. Lawrence is beaten and subjected to unspeakable humiliation. The experience shatters him, not just physically, but psychically. It rips away the godlike persona he has constructed and confronts him with his own mortal frailty. He discovers his will can be broken, and worse, is forced to confront a dark part of himself that horrifies him. He is eventually thrown back into the street, a broken man. The confident leader is gone, replaced by a haunted, silent figure. The trauma of Daraa curdles something inside him. He is torn between 2 worlds, belonging to neither. He knows of the secret Sykes-Picot Agreement, the British and French plan to carve up the Middle East, betraying the Arab dream of independence he has been fighting for. His inner conflict is mirrored by external tragedy. During a sabotage mission, his young protege Faraj is horribly wounded. To spare him a slow death or capture, Lawrence is forced to execute him. The act is a mercy, but it feels like a murder. It is the final straw. When his forces later ambush a retreating Turkish column, the same one that had just massacred the village of Tafas, the dam of his restraint breaks. "No prisoners!" he screams. The ensuing slaughter is a frenzy of vengeance, with Lawrence at its head, a blood-soaked angel of death. The road to Damascus is open. Lawrence, desperate to give the Arabs a tangible victory before the politicians betray them, pushes his coalition onward. He wants to present the British with a fait accompli, an Arab government ruling an Arab city. They reach Damascus first, a moment of supreme triumph, but hope dissolves into chaos. The city's infrastructure collapses. The hospital is a house of horrors. Lawrence tries to create the Arab Council that will govern the new state, but the dream of unity shatters against ancient tribal rivalries. The men who fought together in the desert cannot share power in the city. He watches his creation crumble into dust, his grand vision for Arab independence dying in a cacophony of squabbling. The British, led by General Allenby, arrive to find the city in chaos. The Arab Council collapses, and the politicians move in, their maps and treaties making the Sykes-Picot betrayal a reality. The dream is over. Sheriff Ali, his heart broken, tells Lawrence he is returning to his life in the desert. Their farewell is quiet, tinged with the sadness of a friendship that changed the world but could not save it. For Lawrence, there is nothing left. Promoted to colonel, the rank is meaningless. He asks only to be relieved of his duties. He is a man who flew too close to the sun. He leaves Damascus not on a camel, but in the back of a British staff car. He came to the desert seeking freedom and found a war. He sought to find himself and lost his soul. And so we return to that English road. The crash is not just the end of a life, but an echo of a greater collision. The clash of empires, the shattering of ideals, the fracturing of a man's spirit. He survived the desert, but he could not survive the peace. He tried to outrun his own legend, but it was always there, a shadow he could not shake. What, then, is the legacy of T.E. Lawrence? Was he a hero or a charlatan? A liberator or an agent of empire? He was a poet who became a warrior, a dreamer who tasted power and was poisoned by it. The motorcycle fades. The man is gone. But the sun remains, burning over the vast, silent desert, indifferent to the legends of men who dare to write their names in its sands.